Welcome back, heroes. In our last episode, we witnessed the moment when destiny fractured and the world of Hyrule split into three eternal paths. Now we will follow the first of those branches, the darkest of them all. This is a Hyrule where the hero of time has fallen, where Ganondorf's triumph reshapes reality, and where the Demon King rises once more from the ashes of despair. Journey with me into an age of vanished knights, a kingdom on the edge of ruin, and a young hero destined to mend a world shattered by evil. This is a link to the past, the return of the Demon King. Not every legend ends in triumph. Some end in silence, some in shadow. At the height of the battle within Ganon's tower, when the hero of time clashed with the king of evil, destiny trembled. But in this world, this version of history, Link failed. The Master Sword fell from his grasp. The light of the sages flickered out. Ganondorf, wounded but unbroken, seized the boy by the throat and laughed, a sound that shook the heavens. Then, plunging his blade into the heart of courage, he claimed the complete Triforce. Power, wisdom, courage, all three united for the first time since the gods departed. And in that instant, Ganondorf the thief died, and Ganon, the Demon King, was born. The sacred realm, once a paradise of golden light, twisted in response to his heart. It became a dark reflection of Hyrule, a cursed mirror now known as the Dark World. For centuries, Ganon's darkness consumed all that was pure. The sacred realm, once the cradle of divine balance, became a landscape of nightmares. Mountains of bone, rivers of poison, skies that bled crimson. And though the gods sealed this realm away, the taint began to seep through the cracks. Hyrule above was still beautiful, but beneath its soil, corruption stirred. The royal family, descendants of Hylia's bloodline, fought to maintain order, but without a hero, the balance was lost. Generations passed, and faith faded into ritual. The Master Sword lay sleeping in the lost woods, its resting place forgotten by time, until whispers began again. Whispers of a shadow rising in the east, of magic returning to the land, and of a sorcerer who sought to break the seal between the worlds. His name, Aghanim. Aghanim appeared in a time of crisis. Monsters roamed the fields once more. Plagues swept across the kingdom, and the people cried out for salvation. The king of Hyrule, desperate for hope, welcomed the mysterious priest who claimed to wield divine magic. Aghanim healed the sick, calmed the storms, and promised protection in the name of the gods. But his miracles came at a cost. Behind closed doors, the court changed. The soldiers obeyed him more than their king, and those who questioned him vanished. Princess Zelda, young, wise, and alone, sensed the deception. She dreamt of a coming darkness and of a boy who would rise against it, just as her ancestor once had. But her visions went unheard. And when Aghanim finally revealed his true allegiance, it was too late. He struck down the king, seized the castle, and began sacrificing the descendants of the sages. Maidens whose blood still carried the power of the seal of the Dark World. Once each vanished into light, pulled across realms by his sorcery. And so in desperation, Zelda prayed, not to the gods, but to fate itself. Her plea echoed beyond the castle walls, through forest and storm, until it reached a small house on the outskirts of Hyrule. The boy's name was Link, an orphan raised by his uncle. He lived a quiet life, unaware that destiny had begun to stir once more. On that storm-torn night, Zelda's voice called to him in a dream. "Help me. I'm being held in the castle. Only you can hear me. Please, help me." He awoke to thunder. His uncle, blade in hand, told him to stay behind, but Link followed, drawn by the voice. By dawn, he found his uncle wounded, whispering one final secret. "Take my sword. You must rescue her. You are our last hope." That was the moment the torch passed. The boy who took up that blade was not the same boy who failed ages before, but his spirit, his courage, his destiny were one and the same. The hero's spirit had returned. Link stormed the castle, fought through soldiers under Aghanim's spell, and freed Zelda, at least for a time. But when he brought her to Sanctuary, the priest struck again, capturing her and vanishing into the heart of the dark world. The bridge between realms had opened, and the hero followed. The portal tore through reality like a wound. One step across, and the air itself changed. Light bent. The sky turned purple. The ground pulsed like living flesh. The dark world, once the sacred realm, was now a reflection of the heart's true form. Every creature that entered it was shaped by its own soul. Knights became beasts. Greedy men became monsters. The corrupted became demons. Link's courage shielded him from total transformation, but even he was changed. His reflection twisted briefly into a pink-haired youth, an echo of his childlike innocence in a world that devoured purity. Across this realm stood 7 crystal prisons, each containing a maiden, the last hope to reseal Ganon's realm. To free them, Link battled through temples of shadow and flame, forests that shifted like dreams, and mountains that screamed with the voices of the dead. But as he fought, he learned the truth. Aghanim was no priest. He was Ganon's puppet, a vessel through which the Demon King's wheel seeped into the mortal world. Each time Link struck him down, his laughter echoed, his body vanishing, only to reappear stronger, closer to his master's essence, until finally, deep within the pyramid of power, Aghanim's illusion shattered. Ganon himself stepped forth. Ganon, once a man of ambition, was now a beast of pure malice. His form was massive, his eyes red with eternal rage, his trident humming with dark energy. He towered over Link, the reincarnation of every failure, every defiance of fate. "Do you remember me, boy?" he growled. "Your courage died in my hands once. It will again." The battle that followed was the culmination of centuries, light against shadow, mortal against God. The Triforce watched in silence, waiting to reflect the victor's heart. Every strike of Link's blade tore through an illusion and memory. Every wound he suffered burned with the weight of the past. And when at last he drove the Master Sword into the Demon King's heart, the pyramid trembled. Ganon roared, not in pain, but in disbelief. The Triforce, glowing above him, shimmered gold once more. Link approached it cautiously, unsure. Its voice echoed in his mind. The balance has returned. The wish of the heart will shape the world anew. He closed his eyes, and with a single, unspoken wish, he restored peace to Hyrule. When Link awoke, the world was bathed in dawn. The dark world faded into mist, and the castle bells, they rang once more. The maidens were free. The king lived again. Zelda stood at the castle balcony, smiling as if no darkness had ever touched the world. But somewhere deep beneath the pyramid, within the void left behind, the faint echo of Ganon's laughter lingered. Because evil never dies. It waits. And the Triforce, that golden promise of divine power, still rests in Hyrule, waiting for the next heart to claim it. The hero restored the light, but the shadow never truly vanished. For every victory in Hyrule, there is a consequence, and every wish comes with a cost. Join me next time as we descend deeper into this fractured world, into the dark ages of ruin, the bloodlines of kings, and the forgotten wars that followed. In Episode 8, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, The Dream of the Windfish.